ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति शुभदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता शिवशाकमितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांग श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वर शुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदी गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं जनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. Hope everyone is doing well. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam.
My obeisance is Dandavat pranam. Shrapada everyone. Just give me 1 minute, and I just want to make sure you're able to see the screen and. So, last time we were discussing 2.40 Bhagavad Gita, and there is a mention of Ajamil, you know. Let me see who is there in the call. Shrimati Jama, my obeisances. Lakshmi Devi Mataji, there is one iPhone here. Kalyan Prabhu here. Kusuma Mataji here. Lakshmi Mataji, Lakshmi Narayan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, obeisances. Padma Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranam. Raghunathan Prabhu, my obeisances. Sujata Mataji, Swarupa Mataji, my obeisances. Venkat Narayana Prabhu, my obeisances. Hope you're all doing well. To everyone, my obeisances. And so, what is that? 2.40 we are talking, you remember? Bhagavad Gita 2.40, that's where we stopped, and I told next 2 weeks I'll speak on this verse. And in connection with that, there is a story of Ajamil there. So I want to tell Ajamil story from 6th Canto Srimad Bhagavatam, which speaks about the efficacy of this verse, the importance of this verse. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatobayat neha vikramanashrosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatobayat. So Thomas Huxley, scientist, says you cannot see everything in this world in terms of force is equal to mass into acceleration, F is equal to ma. There is one more thing. What is that? Consciousness, which I cannot see to be a matter or force. So you cannot correlate everything in terms of matter and force. There is a consciousness also. So that's why we are not a bag of chemicals. We are not the body. We are not this body. We are not a bag of chemical, but we are a spirit soul within. Can everyone hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So my request to everyone, please focus. This is very important. Ayur harati vaipam sam vadyan astam cha yanaso tasyardayat kshanonita uttama shloka vartayat. The simple translation is every sunrise and every sunset we are one day closer to death. But those devotees, those people who dedicate their lives for spreading the glories of God, so Godhead, they're one day closer to Krishna. They're one day closer to Krishna. So I wish other people are there, because I have a real story here. You know, you want to hear the real story?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Little scary though, but real. I mean, I have some role in that. It's more than how many years now? 10, 12 years now. So those of you can speak Telugu, you can read the top. No. So my visa was over. You know, I had visa problem in India, in America. So I had to come back to India 2008. You know, and one day, one Mataji asked me to come and do a program. She came from America. And she said, can you please come and do a program in my home? Because the week later, I'm going back to America. So I'll do it. You know, you know, Mumbai to Hyderabad, the train. I took the train, I got into the train and I told her, Mataji, I got into the train, tomorrow evening 3 o'clock, I will reach Hyderabad. And the program is at 6 o'clock. Even if 1 or 2 hours delay, I can reach. She said, 100 relatives from different parts of nearby cities, they came. Local, another 100 people will come, 200 people. This is, I think, 2009. You know, so I'm expecting a big program. I said, no problem. So I got into the train, I think Hussain Sagar Express. But I did not know that this program will not happen. The train started, and you know, it's an overnight journey, Mumbai to Hyderabad. What is that? Everyone is listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this lady had a cousin. So that cousin husband, and cousin means cousin sister. Husband, you know, he was the next day morning, Saturday, I was still in the train. So he got up in the morning around 8 o'clock, around 7 o'clock. And the first time he called his wife and told, I'm very sorry for what has happened, for what I have done to you. And please forgive me. The wife and husband, you know, very, you know, engineer and working with BHL. So, so yeah, for the first time in his life, he asked excuse, he asked forgiveness from his wife, you know, probably for his mistreatments, you know. This lady was very, you know, like any other, you know, very simple lady, you know, very chaste wife. So when husband asked for forgiveness, this lady became very happy. Wow, my husband is asking first time forgiveness, you know, for the mistakes he has done. So she said, don't worry, between wife and husband, these are common, you know. So she went and said, you know, she was doing the household work, household chores. And she came again after half an hour. Said, why are you sleeping like this, still in the bed? He said, I'm a little feverish. And so that's why I'm sleeping. Okay. But she was very happy because husband, spoke very affectionately and asked for forgiveness. Um, that's how it started. Around 8 o'clock in the morning, he called her and told her, there is one person standing next to me and he's telling he'll take me with him. She looked around. No, there's nobody. And not that husband is husband is, what is that? Innocent man. Husband is a powerful person, working, making money, performer. She said nobody is there. But anyway, she went and put a picture, Baba picture. And she put little vibhuti on his forehead and said everything will be all right. He called her after half an hour and said, whatever picture you hold, I'll take you with me today. That guy is telling. She said, there is nobody. He said, I can only see him. You can't see him. That's how it all started. You're following nicely, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So
Yes, Prabhuji.
yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
by the time, it all started like that, mild, feverish, and somebody's telling he'll take me with you. By 9:30, 1 hour later, he developed a serious, that feverishness became serious health issue, and he developed other problems, and pneumonia became so serious. All the relatives who came, they was admitted into Apollo hospital nearby. All the relatives who came to attend my program, they went to see him. And not knowing what's happening, I was in my train. Train reached on time, 3 o'clock. They came and picked me up from train station. I went home. That home was very gloomy, sad, because cousin's husband is in between life and death. And this host father came to me and said, he has only one line, save me. This guy is telling he'll take me with him. And we cannot see him, only he is able to see him. He's very scary. Because nobody was believing him. He took a pen and paper. He himself drew this picture. He himself drew this picture. And I said, all right, this host told me, this lady, no, I don't know, this will happen. If at all I knew this, I would not have asked you to come to Hyderabad from Mumbai. You traveled all the way, overnight journey. I said, Amal, don't worry, look, that's how and that is that life is all about. Things will happen unexpectedly. So don't worry. And what can we do? You can cancel the program. I'll go to Monday. Next day was my train to go back to Mumbai. Suddenly, at 6 o'clock, I thought, do you have this neck beads? I asked her. Suddenly it flashed. Up to that point, it didn't flash to me. She said, yes, I have it. I go to the hospital and put it around his neck. Tell them even if they do operation, they should not remove this. Neck beads, tulsi beads. She said, yes. There was not so much time to, go to the temple, purchase and do it, So immediately what she did, she rushed to the hospital. And she put the beads around his neck. And half an hour later, he went to coma. The next day morning, he died, early morning. So, should I continue? So what is that? He left the world. This picture was drawn by him personally. The Yamaduta, the one-eyed Yamaduta, he could only see him. People don't believe this type of stories, but I have three, not just one or not just one story. I have a few more actually. I can say many more. I can say many more. So, because a human life is not just, okay, you make money, enjoy. No. Human life is a serious responsibility. The next day morning, he left the world. It's actually 12 years. Maybe 13 years. I have many more stories, honestly speaking, not just one. Then I told the sister, her cousin, your sister, whatever she has done to him, she can never repay the debt for the help she has done by putting neck beads. He can never repay that debt. He should be so grateful. So that is our today's story. You ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So this is from 6th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Ajamil was actually born in a Brahmin family, very pious family. And he had parents, he had guru, nice devotee of Krishna. One day, he went to garden, maybe to bring some flowers to Krishna, to worship. There he happened to see a prostitute enjoying, embracing a sinful man. And they were enjoying in public. This is India long ago. So because he led a life of discipline, when he saw such obscene activity in public, his mind was baffled. He was bewildered. He came home and the same picture that was going in his mind. Sinful man embraced this man, embracing and enjoying in the public. Why they were doing like this? Why they were doing like this? So Krishna says in Gita, sometimes you do things as though you don't, even if you don't want to do, you'll do it. Even though you don't want to do it, you will do it. Anyone has experience? Even though you don't want to do it, you'll do it. Well, maybe eating sweets or eating something else, or you do things that you, even if you don't want to do it, you'll do it.
Many times, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Many times. Arjuna asks this question to Krishna in Gita. What is that? Atah kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha anichinnapi varshnaya baladi viniyojita. As if somebody is forcing me to do it, you do it, and after some time you regret, I should not have done it. Krishna says, Kama yesha krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhava mahasana mahapapma vidhi ena hi vairinam. Lust only, Arjuna, impelled by Rajogun, a sinful, all-devouring enemy, sinful enemy of this world. If you really want to make progress on the path of bhakti, you should curb this enemy. So, now, how the fall down will happen? How will be incriminated? Listen very carefully. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. On this one verse, multi-trillion-dollar advertising industry is based. Is dependent on that. One day, one person, one of our devotees works for Google. He said this. Google makes money. 81% of money, Google money comes from advertisements. So that's why I said multi-trillion-dollar industry. You want to enjoy a sense object. First, you'll see that, and you'll meditate on it. Dhyayata vishayan pumsa sangastesho pajayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodho vijayate. So you contemplate on senses. Where somebody purchased a car, I want that type of car, or I want that type of dress, I want that type of home, dimmer, that car, or maybe Tesla. Others neighbors have it, I should also have it. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. When you see an object again and again and again, you want to have it and you want to enjoy that object. That that contemplation, that desire to enjoy that object, you keep on meditating. Just give me 1 minute, I'll show you something. What I want to show you is every day, science says we get 50 to 60,000 thoughts. How many thoughts?
50 to 60,000.
That many thoughts we get every day. And majority of the some are good, some are bad. Okay. This is what I want to show. What is this in my hand? A thread. Can you see a thread?
Thread.
So we get 50 to 60,000 thoughts every day. Some are good thoughts, some are bad thoughts. They're like a thread. Means what? I can just I can snap it. I can just snap it and throw it. But same thread like thought, if you start encouraging it, it will start becoming big and bigger. It will become a stronger thread. Then it will become a stronger thread. Then it will eventually become an iron rod. You cannot even bend it. Whether it is alcohol, whether it is gambling, whether it is illicit relationship, whatever is it, you have to do it. It will become an iron rod. Then somebody will come and they'll tell you not to do it. You think they are your enemy because they are stopping your enjoyment. You'll become angry with them. Not only teenagers, but everyone in this world, they're the victim. Dhyayata vishayan pumsaha sangastesho pajayate sanga sanjayate kama krodho vijayate. Then what happens once you become angry? Krodhat bhavati sammoha, delusion. Sammoha smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhram sa buddhinasho, buddhinasat pranashyati. Then you become illusion. When you become angry, you lose your power to discriminate and discern. Your memory is bewildered. You lose your intelligence and you speak what you are not supposed to speak. You act what you are not supposed to act. Then you will fall into the cycle of birth and death, material pool of illusion. How many of you have experience? Whether you're a doctor, engineer, professional, professor, businessman, it doesn't matter. We're all victims of this process. Krishna is telling, hey, learn and realize and save yourself. Today, surprisingly, not many people are there, and why? But I want everyone to learn this. Probably next 2-3 weeks, I can tell one story of Yamadut. And, I used to do this in Wayne State in students. And then what happens? You do mistakes. You commit sinful activities. Forget about going to hell. In this life itself, sometimes people are arrested. And, they're jailed. Because in the fit of anger, they don't know what they would do. How much? See all the things you see in the newspaper? These are the sequence of verses that will happen to them. How many of you agree? Huh? Lakshmanaran Prabhu?
Completely.
Completely. And what is the solution? First lesson is you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. For what? Everything is so temporary. Even if you have a strong desire, you tell the mind, shut up, sit down, don't do it. It is not worth. It's only 20 minutes happiness. Because every material happiness is beginning and end. Should I continue or continue with this verse only? I want everyone to purchase this. This is very, very important. This is the most important part of our life. If you come to the classes, you will sharpen your buddhi, intelligence, and subdue the mind. You say, tell the mind, don't do it. Even if mind is presenting so many thoughts, like a reverse dumping the water in the ocean. Apurvamana machalam pradishtam. What is that? Even though mind is the ocean is receiving all the water from various rivers and tributaries. Because ocean is deep, ocean is not tempted. Likewise, if you are spiritually strong, mind may present so many thoughts. You will not be disturbed by those series of thoughts. Unwanted thought, unwanted guest, don't feed. They will go away. Unwanted thought and unwanted guest, don't feed. They will go away. How many of you will apply this one line? Unwanted guest, unwanted thought, they will go away.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. What is the worst thing you can do to your mind? Ignore. The nature of the mind is to present good or bad thoughts. It all depends on your training. But if you want to live peaceful in this world, ignore. Don't act on it. For that, you need to come and listen to the classes. You need to be, lead a life based on Shastra. Then you will develop a discriminatory power. Otherwise, professionals also do mistake. Actually, they do a lot of mistakes, actually. One day, real story. I used to teach yoga to Americans in Grand Rapids. One day, one lady didn't come. I asked her, American lady, why you didn't come last week? She said, it is a story. What happened? She said, my next door neighbor's daughter, she started having a relationship with her boyfriend. One day, she told her, we have to end our relationship. She said, why? No, because she said, I'm not interested to continue. And she said, the boy said, let us talk. So she went to talk to him. And I think, she found another relationship. The boy came to know. And he requested her, no, let us continue. She said, no. So what happened? They ended their talk. means they parted away. So she came to get into the car. That guy, because of the anger of losing her and somebody else is going to get her, he became so angry. He reversed the car and hit her and crushed her to death. That is the power of anger. I just what is that? I mentioned this in the upcoming book actually. So what is the root cause of anger? Lust. Means attachment to doing certain things in certain way. When we can't get it, nobody should get it. You become angry. People don't know it is lust. Dhyayata vishayan pumsah sangasteshu pajayate sanga sanjayate kamaha. Okay, lust will not stop. It will turn into anger. How many of you know for the first time the root cause of anger is lust? If you know, then don't act on it. Lust means what? Attachment. You want to get certain things by hook or crook. Okay, you're attached to getting a medical seat, attached to getting a job, and you work hard, absolutely right. But if you put the same endeavor for other things and you don't get it, if you become angry. Sometimes people cannot become angry, then they'll be depressed. That is another side of anger actually. Because in case you don't get a job, what happens? You cannot go and shoot the interviewing officer, then you'll be depressed. America, every second person has mental problem. Should I continue or not? Interesting or not? How many of you learned something in your life?
Interesting, Prabhuji.
Interesting, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Interesting, Prabhuji.
So that's why we tell people to please chant. Mantra, manastrayati iti mantra, Re Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You develop by on the regular process of chanting, you develop that type of, you sharpen your buddhi so much. You'll start telling no to your mind. You sit down, no, I don't listen. It takes some more time to subdue it. It takes very long time actually, but it works. Eventually mind will overpower. Mind is good police. Intelligence is good police. Mind is a thief. Today, thief is controlling a police, intelligence. I want to get a job. All right, prepare a wrong resume, bogus resume. Intelligence immediately prepares bogus resume. But my intelligence doesn't tell it. Don't you think it's wrong? Then mind will say, no, don't worry. I want this. How many years experience you have? 10 years. So intelligence has become a servant of mind, thief. So in other words, they both became friends and they are Amara band baja rahe. They are ruining us. They are ruining us, the soul. So tell the intelligence, hey, you don't need to listen to mind. You are actually, mind should listen to you. But for so many lifetimes, for so long we are in this material world. We are in Maya. Mind means Maya. So we have nourished the mind and its wrong desires. Then mind become powerful. What's the problem of this world? Our minds are more powerful than our intelligence. That's it. What is the advantage of coming and attending the classes on regular basis? We will learn first of all. Intelligence is higher. Indriyani paranya harindriya paramana manasastu para buddhi ye buddhi parsussa. So mind is good. Intelligence is good. Police. Mind is bad, especially uncontrolled state. Yes. Using intelligence, I should subdue the mind. That is the thing first one should learn. You should see yourself different from intelligence. You should see yourself different from mind and understand mind is a thief. Understand intelligence. Intelligence is police. Who should help you? But because mind has subdued the intelligence, mind is not helping. Intelligence is not helping you, but intelligence is helping the mind. Thief. So when you come to Bhagavad Gita classes, you learn intelligence is police and should act as police. and subdue the thief, mind. So to encourage the intelligence, to strengthen intelligence, what should we do? Anybody?
Vicharana, Prabhuji. Vicharana.
No.
Probably
Discrimination.
mere discrimination will not work, because even if intelligence is weak, practice Bhakti Yoga, you need a process. We chant, we follow certain diet, and we don't we don't associate with the wrong people, and we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and especially mantra meditation, very important. We give a package. Prasad will purify your senses. Japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It will purify your mind, and it will help you control the mind. Reading Shastra, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, it will sharpen your intelligence. Association of devotees, it will purify your ego. So we'll address this problem on 4 fronts, on 4 levels. Everybody, what is the first one? How do we tackle this problem?
Chanting, Prabhuji, taking solace of Krishna.
We chant the holy name to purify the mind. Very good. Second one.
Satsanga.
Satsanga is last 4th. You went to 4th, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So that is, we take association of devotees to purify ego, no doubt. What the first one?
Prasada.
We vegetarian, we cook vegetarian food to Krishna, and we eat prasad, because that will purify the senses, because senses are also part of thief for mind. So we eat prasad to purify our tongue and senses, and we chant the holy name, we do japa to subdue the mind and control the mind. We read Shastra, we read the scriptures to sharpen the intelligence, and we associate satsanga, we associate with the devotees, sadhus, to purify our ego. Unless we address this problem on 4 fronts, we can never solve this problem. And once in a while, you may have so much money in the bank, but wife and husband relationship, does the money work? No. Children are not listening, does the money work? No. And what is that? Boss is giving trouble, does the money work? No. Weather is, what is that? India, not India's weather is good, definitely. But here, if weather is problem, does money work? No. Adhyatmika, Adideika, Atibhautika miseries. Money doesn't work. You cannot solve anything. You cannot solve problems with money. You need money, so many things. So anyway, okay, let me see again. How do we solve this problem? We purify our senses by feeding only prasad. What is that? By feeding? Everybody.
Prasad.
Second one, how do you purify your mind?
Chanting.
Chanting.
Chanting the holy name. Third one, how do you sharpen your buddhi?
Read Shastras.
Reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Shastra. How do you purify ego?
Association.
Yeah, association of good. Broadly meant.
Amazing, sadhus. So then only we will be able to address the problem of lust and its repercussions, address the problem of anger and its repercussions. So this is how the network, how the series of things will happen. So sense objects, we develop attachment. Attachment becomes stronger, then it will become lust. Lust means stronger attachment. Unfulfilled lust, it will turn into anger. When we become angry, delusion means you don't know what we are doing, and that will bewilder our memory, and we lose intelligence, and we do wrong things. we should know, we speak what we are not supposed to speak. We act and do things that we are not supposed to do. What do you think? So understood, should we continue?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Lust is not just calm or illicit sex, but can be defined as a propensity of living entity to enjoy separate from Krishna. Gita says that. In other words, whenever we perform an activity which is against Shastra, it is lust. Nice. So Krishna says, the lust has captured different strategic positions in the body of the conditioned soul. Therefore, Krishna gives hints. So what are the areas lust has conquered us? First is senses, second is mind, third is intelligence, fourth is ego. In other words, the lust has conquered every part of us. In other words, enemy conquered us. So let us see. There's a video. I don't know whether it works or not. Okay, it's working. So the movies, the people around us, the universities, they are telling you this body, you make money, you'll be happy. Can you believe? Parents, if you go and tell them I'm going to a Krishna program, don't go to movie and enjoy. So, what is movies? Somebody will be killing somebody, and hero fights with 100 villains at the end to take heroine's hand to enjoy. Everyone thinks, wow, that is life. But that's illusion. So they'll also become old. See. They'll become old too. Let us see Indian. So they are promoting that illusion. Can you see this picture? You know who this person was?
Devanand.
What is the next person on the right hand side? Who is that?
Devanand.
reality strikes.
Both are Devananda only. So rather than spending our time watching movies and illusion, promoting that illusion, Krishna doesn't become old. Krishna is always 16-year-old boy. Krishna is ever youthful.
Prabhuji, this is even scarier than that story you told us.
Which one?
The story of life, about what happens to even the wealthiest of people, even the most beautiful people. Everybody lands up on the same plane.
Okay, yes. That's true. Illusion is dangerous. These classes are classes are meant to shatter that ignorance, In India, even if you don't have a square meal, no problem. But people should have morning show, matinee, first show, second show. Even, educated people. They think life is all that. Yes or no? At least 30, 40 years ago, the movies were conveying a lot of, morals and message. But nowadays, more movies, murder, rape, sensual enjoyment. Hare Krishna. So should I continue? We have 4 minutes, 5, 10 minutes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now, what happened? Ajamil, he went home. His mind was baffled by seeing this, prostitute enjoying sex with the man in public. The thread-like thought. I don't know whether you are able to see me or not, but the thread-like thought.
We can see you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. The thread-like thought became an iron rod. He wanted to enjoy that prostitute. He should have told his wife, I'm getting disturbed, help me. I mean, you have to speak out. If you have to speak out, and then, when you speak out, that's enough actually. It will go down. But he didn't speak out. So what he did, what he should not have done, he left his wife, he left his parents, he left his children. He left Krishna. He became he went to her and said, I want to enjoy you. She's very intelligent. She said, marry me. He married her. What he did for the rest of the life, from that point onwards, is black. She started demanding money from him. To satisfy her, he became a highway robber. He would kill people, it's not a very enjoying thing. There's a lot of anxiety also. They will also beat him up sometimes. But he would kill them. Through this prostitute, he gave 10 children. He gave birth to 10 children. But the story has a positive end. He did little bhakti in the beginning. He gave birth to the 10th child. He became very old. Still he was giving birth, But of course, he was doing everything nonsense in the daytime, killing people and bringing money. But what was he getting in the night? Some sex life, sense enjoyment. But you don't remain young all the time. You have to become old. He became old. Still he gave birth to a 10th child. But Krishna, being present in the heart as Paramatma, knowing the past, present and future of Ajamil, invoked Ajamil to name his last son Narayan, knowing that this child will be, very attached, knowing that he'll be very attached to his child. So Ajamil everyone loves their children, what to speak of your own children. So Ajamil was telling Narayan, did you eat? Narayan, did you sleep? Narayan, where are you, Narayan? Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Whom was he calling? His son. But in actuality, whom was he calling? Krishna. It's a database call. Unknowingly or unknowingly, you press the button, what happens? It will start. So he was calling his son, but he was also calling Krishna. Should I continue? Someone has to mute actually. So,
Yes, Prabhuji.
okay, thank you. One day what happened? He was on his bed and his son was playing nearby. Son was playing nearby. And what happened? Suddenly he saw scary people, Yamadutas. He came to pluck his soul from the body. He thought they came to harm the child. He thought they came to harm the child. So he wanted to protect him, but because he was in his last moments of his life, his body was paralyzed. His body was paralyzed. And his body was paralyzed. So in that helpless state, he said, he wanted to tell his son, run away. So he told him, Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. He died. 3 times he said Narayan. Immediately, because he called in a very helpless state, the chanting became pure, offenseless. There are 10 offenses when we chant the holy name. Next week we'll tell what it is. You know? So this chanting became pure. Chanting became offenseless. And because he called in a very helpless state, he became liberated. Immediately the room was filled with light. And Vishnudutas came. Said, hold on, wait. They are very beautiful. They are holding Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, conch disc lotus and club, and said, don't touch him. This story was given in Bhagavatam for so many reasons. That's the first time in the history Yamadutas were meeting Vishnudutas. Because always it is designated who should meet, Vishnudutas or Yamadutas. Because he called his son's name, which happens to be Narayan, Vishnudutas came and said, don't touch him. And so what we will do, can we continue this next week? And I have to go. I have
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
and what we will do, we'll continue this next week. And those of you registered for Yatra, we will send you the, what is that, the schedule, and everything will send it, not that. So we are also, we have extended so that more people can register, and on the request of devotees actually. But 7th was the deadline given. So after 7th, we'll send the schedule and everything, where to register. So stay tuned actually. So what we will do, we'll continue because a very wonderful story. So many things happened after that. This is very important, this story reveals a lot of lessons from Srimad Bhagavatam. How a sinful man even can be liberated. We'll see that. So thank you very much for your patient audience. If I've spoken anything wrong, excuse me as your servant. All right. Thank you.
Dandavad Pranam.